Hello everybody, StikyPiston here, back with another video. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to build this hidden player launcher in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So let's get into it. Now you might actually be noticing that I'm actually recording on my Nintendo Switch right now. I basically got this little USB capture thingy that just plugs into my laptop, and then I can add it as a source in OBS, and I can finally properly record my Switch gameplay without pointing my phone at the screen. So yeah, this is hopefully gonna be a lot better now. I can finally do stuff without clogging up my phone storage. But anyways, let's get on with the video. So basically how the player launcher works is that you stand on a certain block, which would be this block right here. You press the button and then it's gonna launch you up into the air. Now basically I can use this is either to get over a wall, or in this case I have it over here set up as like a little elevator so that you can go up to the second floor. So see, it'll then pull that block down and I can press it again and it'll pull out a little water thingy for me to land without taking damage. Now here's just a version that is glass, so you can kind of see what's going on. You can see it very quickly pulls that block away, launches you up, and then puts all the blocks back in place. It's a really quick system. It is spam proof. If I keep clicking it, it's not gonna break or anything. Now you can see, having a look at the redstone, it's very nice, very small. You can see that almost all the redstone is underground. The only thing that's above ground is the button circuitry and this thing like so. And then of course if you're using it as an elevator, then there's all this other stuff here. So you can see that how it works. If you press the top button here, then it will pull the block back and very quickly release a single block of water for you to fall down onto. There we go. I will actually need to add something to the resource list here. But anyways, let's get... oh no. Just get rid of this. Let's get on with the tutorial. So, all of the materials that you will need for the basic player launcher, which is this one over here, are as follows. You will need any decoration blocks of your choice. You will need pistons, sticky pistons, blocks to put your redstone on. You will need a redstone dust, redstone torch, a slime block, and then you're also going to need an observer. So I will just move this stuff away there. There's the observer. And then for the other version of the player launcher, well, this is in addition to the stuff that we already have. If you want the water system and the like drop down system, if you're using it as an elevator, you will need more blocks for redstone to go on, repeaters, and also spruce stairs or any stair block. It does have to be stairs. And of course you will need more slime blocks, more blocks, and a water bucket. So that is all you need for this build, but let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so to start out with the tutorial, you are gonna want to build up the little area where the player launcher will actually be. So I'm just gonna build a bit away here. I'm gonna just like come settle there and just make sure that all of this other stuff is broken. There we go. We are going to want a little 3x5 area, so 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, this is probably gonna be in like your house or like an underground bunker or something. But then we just want to come up like so, and then this is going to be the height it will come to. Now, since I will be doing the little elevator version, I wanted to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks like so, and 5 is the floor level there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can place in another layer of blocks. Now just to go above that, I'm also going to add 1, 2, 3 more, just to be more like an actual like wall in a house. So I'm just going to build it up here. Of course you can decorate it however you want to, but you can also just copy me if you want. There we go. Now, oh no, I didn't mean to clear that. I'm gonna need these still. just build it out like such, and then I'm also gonna grab these back. Okay, so now to start out with the, oh no, we also need buttons. Okay, now you can do this different ways. You can like break the buttons if you don't want it to be showing. Then you can just like remove the buttons and just carry a button with you when you want to go up or down. So we're gonna want it on the very bottom left block here on the bottom floor, and on the left middle block here on the top floor. So it's gonna be 2 blocks. It's 1 block up. But then to get on with the redstone, we're going to need pistons, sticky pistons, and slime blocks. Now I'm going to start off with just the bottom section if you only want that. But then if you want the top section, which also includes the water, then you can just follow on later. So we're going to start off by coming to the back middle block here, this one, coming 3 blocks out, break these 2 blocks, place a sticky piston and remove that temporary block. And I somehow broke that. Okay, so this is now going to pull back that block. Then we want to place a slime block below there. 1, 2 temporary blocks, break that block. A sticky piston like so. Then we want 4 pistons, 4 regular pistons surrounding it like so. There we go. Now what we want to do is, those are all the pistons for this section. We want to come with our concrete, or whatever blocks you're using to put your redstone on, and all these blocks like so. So what you want to do is, here on the block where your button is, place a torch, then a block here, and a redstone dust, and you should see that piston extends, and then when you press the button, the piston retracts. Then what you want to do is, you also need sticky pistons like so, and then let us just check. Oh no, I don't have to check, I remember. Place a sticky piston there, observer facing downwards. 1, 2, remove that block, then the torch, then a block, oh no, I can't aim, a block down, remove these 2 blocks, then place dust, temporary block, another block down, dust like so, then another dust, concrete, and then dust on top, then place a block, 1 up, then break that block, torch, and then another block, and then 4 torches off of that block. So you should see now that these pistons extend, and that should in theory be the bottom section done. But you're going to see that right now we ram into that block. So if we actually remove that block, then you should see that we launch normally. Yep, like so. But now, of course, that is actually the end if you just wanted the bottom section. So if you're only using this to, say, leap over the wall, then you are done. You can now click off the video and be on with your day. But we know that if you're building this in a house, you probably want the top section as well. So here's how to do that. So we are going to need, we're going to need these again, aren't we? And we're just going to need these materials like so. We will need a water bucket later as well. So the first thing you want to do to modify this existing design is break this block here where the piston is and place a rightward facing stairs. So you can see it's like that. Then you want to come over and place another rightward facing stairs like so. No, you actually want to place like so. And then also another stair over there, right? Hold on. Yeah. So you want to have a stair here. Wait, I'll just show this again. A rightward facing stair right there, a stair like that, so you should see that you can't see either of them now, and then another stair over there just to stop the water from leaking out. Then of course you will need, as I mentioned, the water. So just grab a water bucket and place it there. It would probably be easier if you do it from this side and just right click that block, and you should see that it'll fill up with water and not damage any of the surroundings. So then what you want to do is add a bit of an extension to this, a bit of a torch ladder. you want to come here and place a block like so, so, and then so, I think. What you want to do is then place a torch here, which is off the side of this block where the button is, and then place a piston facing down like so. No, you want to place a piston facing down like so next to the block. Hold on. Yep, and then you want to place a block like so. A repeater going to that block set to 1 tick within a torch. Then a sticky piston facing downwards. And then let us see. Off of this block, or come down here first, you want to place torch and then a torch here. And then I recommend you break this block and then place the, oh no, you will have to break the block and then place a sticky piston. Now if you can line it up, I will actually recommend you just break the flooring block as well. And then place the piston in this gap here. It should extend like so, and then you can put the block back. And then what we want to do is grab our repeater back. No, we don't need the repeater anymore. But you want to come down all the way like so. No, first we want to come here, and then off of this stair you want to place a sticky piston. Well, it would. Okay, just break that block then. It will be leaking out. It shouldn't damage anything. Yeah, it's not going to damage anything unless you have redstone in your base, and it's going to damage something. But we can just break these 2 blocks here and then fix our mistake. Like that. So then you should see that if you click the button, this is going to come, and then also that block there is going to come like so. You should hear that piston fire. So then all we have to do is just place slime blocks going downwards, and you want to make sure it stops like there, and then place an observer like so. And that should actually be everything that you need. So we can now give it a test drive by standing on this block. By the way, if you want to, you can mark this block in some way. I wouldn't recommend it if you're trying to be hidden, but maybe if you just want to like just easily remember it, then I'd probably place like a cracked stone brick or something so that it doesn't look too out of place. But all we have to do, I will actually do it on this top part as well here. So now all we have to do is just come down to the bottom, stand on this block, and then press the button. And you'll see that will be launched. This will be taken out of the way and will go up successfully. Then all we have to do to go down to the bottom is press the button, and you'll see that the water will come out and save us. Now just to prove that it does actually save you and you don't actually take any damage, I'm going to change the survival mode. You can see we go up, we don't take any damage, and you can see we go down and still don't take any damage. But anyways guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If so, give it a like, and also comment down below if you have any suggestions for what I should do next. Subscribe if you wish, and hit that bell button so they're notified whenever I upload a new video. But anyways guys, that's it for me. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.